Hello, lovely viewers. You're watching Bipolar Opposites. I'm your guy, Tim Coven. Today I will be talking to you about comic books. Okay, now, I've always loved comic books ever since I was a kid because, as a kid, I watched all the Batman and Superman and X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, all the good stuff on Saturday mornings. I loved it, so I get bored waiting for the next Saturday morning, so I'd make my own little comic book thing. So, yeah, I did for a while want to be a famous artist. I thought it was good, but I realized like this, like that. I mean, some people may consider good artwork, some not. I don't know. So, let's basically talk about what people think of when they say the words comic book. They think a book with words. But, instead of just being words to bind everything together, it's got artwork. So, artwork is, some people say, oh, comic books are just for kids. Seriously, if you look at the comics I read these days, it's like, no, not for kids. I know people say, oh, from traditionalist values that, oh, it's only for kids. Because let's say it's back in the 40s, 50s, even 30s, I don't know, when they did comic books, and they were aimed for lower down, for like kids. So, it was always thought that they were just for kids. Now, I must say, when that X-Men in the 60s, they had the one character Beast who always used the $5 words every issue. I'd do at least a couple of 2 or 3, maybe 4 times. I read the classic stuff. It's like you can learn words in that way. You really can. But because it's be thought to be dulled down or for illiteracy. Well, let me just say, we don't all have 3 hours to read the new chapter out of one of the new George R. R. Martin books. We don't have those hours to do that. What do we want? A little enjoyable read that's got artwork. Yeah. I mean, artwork these days, such good stuff. I mean, really, we have amazing artists. I gotta say, think of the pressure on comic book writers. I mean, when we have the writers who always have the time to say, okay, I'm going to take this amount of time before and do my next book, work on it. Well, like comic writers, they don't have all that time. They get one out, they already gotta be halfway done with the next one. It's just, I mean, some comics, I read some comics that are released 2 times a month. So, you literally have 2 weeks to get your first one out, have the next one almost all the way done by that point, because it's a lot of demand. I mean, yes, we have the people who are writers who they say, oh, we got this time, we can take a little bit more, but comic book authors, no, they don't have the time. They do not have the time because they got the next issue coming out in less than a month. I mean, some writers, like, God, Brian Michael Bendis, great writer, he can churn them out like a mofo. I mean, seriously. When I was reading back in 2004, I guess it was when he wrote like about 7 different titles a series, and then multiple ones a month. It's like, so no, it's not easy for being a comic book writer. Maybe more so on artists. I mean, comic book artists, look how little time they have to themselves. They gotta constantly be working on the next issue. I mean, it's just crazy, 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 crazy. I mean, me, when I was doing comic books as a kid, when I drew them and everything, I did about a page a night. This, no. They gotta have it out. Like, whoa. And no, they're not made for kids. I mean, really, if I were to show you my comic books that I got today, you'd say, profanity, 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 profanity. Like, I don't know why parents these days would... With parents these days, it's almost more mass than M-rated games. I mean, let's face it, we all know those kids who try to scam their parents, their grandparents into getting them M-rated games because the grandparents only think that video games are for kids. So, I can see you're thinking there. It's such work. I mean, they're not made for kids anymore. The work, the art, it's just awesome. I couldn't do it. I mean, just amazing. the people that they put the love and effort they put in everything to make it look and sound so good. I mean, so you don't want to spend 5 hours reading a chapter of a book? No big deal. You got less than a half an hour, a comic book in less than half an hour. So it's a fix, and you know, you'd think it would be such a big industry considering all the movies and everything, but people don't read as much the comics as they see the movies. But hey, studios and companies still make their stuff, so there you go. Next Empton coming out.